second last all signs for 2025. We're going to be taking a look at what is in store for you for the next 2 weeks of December. I decided to get a little ahead of it than doing it this week because I've got some extra time today. So a nice cozy Sunday, perhaps for some of you. It is certainly for me. And we're going to take a look today because we've got our full moon in Gemini coming up on the 4th of December, this Thursday. We also have our planet Neptune stationing direct. I believe it's December, I want to say December 7th. It's somewhere around there. And we also have Mars squaring Saturn and Neptune later. I would say September 9th through 12th is where you're going to feel this the most. It's first going to square Saturn and then Neptune. So we have a very interesting couple of weeks coming up. So let me just talk about this full moon in Gemini, which of course on Tuesday I'll be going live with Mary Ducina to give you more information on that full moon. But just as a little kind of update here, hold on a second. Let me just, I was like, what am I missing? I'm missing a card. I thought, okay. All right. So the full moon in Gemini, this one is a big one because not only is it a super moon, which the moon will appear very large when you go to look at it, but it is bending the nodes of fate. So this is a direct square to the nodes, which when you consider this from evolutionary astrology, this is also considered a skipped step. So with the sun and the moon here, we're looking at definitely things pertaining to your purpose, your identity, how you are leading your life and showing up in the world, but also your deeper emotions, your needs, your intuition, things of that nature, home life are being affected. So this full moon in Gemini is likely to reveal certain things that have felt perhaps hidden. They could be secrets revealed in this full moon in Gemini. Gemini is the sign of information, facts, communication. So it's really looking at more of the finer print versus the big picture. And with the ruler, Mercury, being in Scorpio, the sign of investigation and wanting to get to the truth of things, getting to the heart of the matter, things that have been hidden need to be brought into the light. Mercury being in Scorpio and in a really supportive trine to Jupiter and Saturn during this full moon means I feel like you guys are going to find that later this week and in the days leading up, so 3 days before, 3 days after this full moon on December 4th, information, details, perhaps in some cases secrets, might be revealed to you in a way that make it very difficult for you to ignore when it comes to your destiny, okay? When it comes to the things that you need to really lean towards that are going to be more Piscean in nature, meaning your spirituality, the unknown, your faith, pushing yourself past personal limitations, ceilings that might be imposed, whether they be ancestral, societal, personal limitations, whatever they might be, really asking yourself to go beyond your limitations when it comes to things that are your fantasies, your dreams, your spiritual goals, and letting go of those things that are very Virgo based. So things that are your habits, your daily habits, the way you maybe need to always fix things and have them exactly precise, making them perfect before you act on anything. This is where you have to really kind of let go of that need to just fix and alter and tweak and do all those little things that in the big scheme of things maybe don't mean so much. But there's really this need to really lean into that fate and destiny. And so something is definitely getting revealed or coming to light during this full moon that is going to force your hand in a way that probably gets you to move towards more of your destiny. So when we have a big T square between the sun and moon and the nodes, we are really looking at, remember, the moon also represents your deepest desires. It's like your soul calling, right? When I think about the Eight of Cups in the tarot deck, it's always leaving behind the things that no longer served you, that don't mean as much, that you may be outgrown, that do not help you get towards your soul's desires. And you're turning towards the moon. And the moon represents that inner voice that keeps calling at you and whispering to you, like, this is the way, even though when you go towards the moon, you're really not knowing the exact pathway, the exact direction, what the outcomes are be. It's really taking you into the unfamiliar. And this is going to be a moon where things are revealed to you that force you to lean more towards the unfamiliar, what is unknown, and take steps towards strengthening your path of destiny. So we also have Neptune going direct, which means, Neptune, and this is this is Neptune's last stint in Pisces. So it's at the 29th degree. So it's only going to be here for about 2 months left in Pisces before it moves into Aries, I believe in January. So this is the last time. Neptune in Pisces. It's really kind of giving you that last overhaul of like what needs to be transformed when it comes to your soul, in a sense of, your deepest spiritual goals, the true soul self, connection to that oneness, to that higher power, feeling maybe a deep sense of compassion towards yourself for deeper traumatic healing that is required before it then moves into Aries, which it will then absolutely demand that you live, you walk everything that you've spiritually learned, ascertained, been downloaded with, been enlightened with. This is where you have to literally like start walking the walk. So now things are going to start to move forward. We're done kind of going inward in this direction. So this is where you really start to want to embody all of those spiritual things. And of course, anytime a planet stations direct, we feel it. So things around December 6th, 7th, 8th, somewhere around there, could feel a little foggy with Neptune kind of going direct. It could feel also like for some of you, like the fog is finally lifting. And it might give you a little bit more clarity on what is ahead. But Neptune can kind of go to one of two ways, and it really depends on how you've been working with the energy. So it might feel a little confusing, a little discombobulated. If it does, it's okay. It's just the effects of the planet stationing direct. Some of you might feel a lifting effect of the fog and clarity coming through. Now, also we have Mars squaring both Saturn and Neptune into the second week of December. So in that second week, your will, your desire, your actions is going to come head to head with Saturn in Pisces. So some kind of authority, some kind of wall, some kind of need to do it more. I want to say it either has to be more lawful, it has to be more considered like done by the rules. Like maybe there's something you want to do, but Saturn's coming in, hey, no, you got to do it this way. Saturn's going to slow you down because it wants you to do it the right way, so that you don't end up getting in trouble down the road. So Saturn in Pisces, again, Mars in Sagittarius, remember Sagittarius is very fun. It's very like playful. It wants to be social. It wants to explore. It wants to travel. It wants to know all of the things, beyond the horizon. And also it's about freedom, right? Sagittarius is about your freedom. It's about your truth. And so there might be something that you're really trying to take action on in that in that kind of way. And Saturn's going to come in and say, and it's not trying to stop you. It's just trying to let you know, like, there's something that you're missing or something that has to be done in a bit of a different way that is more responsible, more mature, so that you don't get in trouble down the road. And then once it hits Neptune too, it's like you're wanting to take action, but again, it might feel a little foggy. It might feel a little discombobulated. It might feel like, oh, I'm so ready to take action, but there's some kind of maybe crossed wires or a sense of feeling a little kind of lost that kind of might come in around all of that. So just kind of keep that in mind. So let's see. What else? I think that's it. Mercury's finally direct. Saturn is now direct. So yay. Venus just entered Sagittarius. So Venus loves to, like Venus is all about our money and our desires and what we value. And so this is where we're like, we just want to have fun. We want to socialize. We want to be with friends and maybe do some partying. Like, it's the holiday season. So Venus being here is really kind of doing that. Also, Venus is going to sextile Pluto. So really kind of help you when it comes to the transformation you're making for your future that you're trying to really find breakthroughs for. She's kind of helping out in this way. Perhaps it's time to just bring in a little fun, a little bit of pleasure when it comes to anything related to your truth, your freedom, wanting to take the higher road, learn more, evolve, things of that nature. So before I get into all signs, don't forget, my 3-day 180 retreat is selling out. So if you want a ticket, the dates are February 26th to March 1st. There are only a few tickets available. I'm keeping it very small and intimate as I will be the only one facilitating it, as I did at the last retreat. And this is definitely something where if you really know you're ready to bend your reality, okay, and create a wormhole between your future highest timeline and your now, this is definitely 3 days that will facilitate that for you. So if you are wanting to make 2026 a year that kicks off with a bang, one of the things that I did mention in a newsletter, but I haven't mentioned here on the channel, is that this retreat is falling in between some very powerful astrological alignments. It is happening between two eclipses. So the solar eclipse in Aquarius, our first Aquarius solar eclipse, where we will finally begin to get glimpses of that, is happening just 10 days, I believe, before, no, not even 10 days, less than 10 days before the retreat. And then 2 days after the retreat, we have a lunar eclipse in Virgo, where it's clearing out all the things that don't work for you, all the systems, all of the way you've been running your day to day, your habits, all of that, the things that really may be ingrained in your identity, letting go of all of that. So this retreat is sitting in between two powerful eclipses, right in the middle of an eclipse corridor. And just before, 6 days before the retreat begins, we have one of the most powerful transits of the year, Saturn conjunct Neptune at 0 degrees of Aries. Why is this so powerful? One, it's at 0 degrees of the very first sign, Aries. This is all about brand new timelines. Okay. This is about the 0 point, the ultimate 0 point. 0 degrees of Aries is the ultimate 0 point because you've left the womb of the Pisces 29th anaretic degree and moved into the very beginning initiation. So if you're really looking for that, stepping into that new timeline, collapsing the old identities, the old realities, okay, collapsing them into this new one. This retreat is energetically, astrologically, so powered up for that. So I'm leaving the link for that in the description below. And I think that's it. So let's jump into it. I know we're going to start with air signs today. So Air signs, you guys are first: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let me just say hello, CBs, hello, Dots, Kathy, and Clever Enigma. Hello. Oh, am I talking directly to you? I don't know what that was about, Clever Enigma. Let me know. But it is time to jump into it. So, all right. What is in store for my air signs for the first half of December 2025? We're almost at the end of this year. All right, so what is the main theme and what is the potential challenge for my air signs? Okay. Okay, so really interesting. Air signs. The card that you got to as the main theme of your reading is coagulation. So this is about things finally sticking, coming together. Bridging the gap is what I'm hearing. Things emulsifying. The challenge, though, for you is you've got Pluto and autumn, the fall, okay, coming in. So what you're trying to harvest, okay, may need to go through some kind of, in order for you to reap the rewards of all of the things you've been doing, may require some sort of death and rebirth portal. Pluto is all about finding your power. It is about the regeneration of yourself through the death and rebirth process. It is the ultimate transformation planet. So for some of you, this may have been something that you were thinking about or working on at the beginning of this fall, or something that you've been working throughout this fall. But it may require you to really be willing to go deeper than you've ever gone before, to really face or confront your darkness. The things that may be fears that may be holding power over you, in order for everything to finally come together. So let's kind of see where this is going with the tarot. So what do we need to know about the past for my air signs? Okay, we have the Eight of Cups, just as the card I was talking about before all this started, in your past. Also, we have the King. Is that the no, the Knight. The Knight of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, coming into the current energies here for my air signs. Yeah, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles coming in. Okay. And then in the near future, we have the Four of Wands. The Six of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. Great energy coming in for you. Oh, overall energy. Wow, this is big, air signs. This is the Star, is your overall energy. Below it, though, is the Five of Swords. Okay, so there is something here big that's really asking for your attention. The Star is obviously your biggest wish. It's part of your destiny. Okay, and this full moon in Gemini is certainly bringing that in. Of course, for you, Libras and Aquarius, this full moon is really helpful for you. Okay. The energy is certainly, it's trining you. For Geminis, it's you. Okay. Like you're kind of really getting lit up. So you're kind of in the spotlight. So the energies can feel a little more intense. But with the Five of Swords below this, air signs, there may be some sort of self-sabotaging behaviors going on when it comes to what your destiny is or your bigger wishes and fulfillments that you're wanting for yourself. It could be that you are your own worst enemy when it comes to things of this nature. Perhaps that might be something that you've been working on, especially with Pluto coming up here in your challenge. Also, for some of you, this might be, the Five of Swords can mean arguing, fighting. So I don't know if there's someone around you that maybe there's been tension, there's been arguments. Again, the Five of Swords too can also be like the war in your mind. Okay, it can be like the battle in your own mind, battle of thoughts. And with this full moon in Gemini too, it's certainly illuminating our thoughts, our ideas. And with the sun being in Sagittarius, of course, that's representing our beliefs. And so there's a shift that's coming in here that has to happen in order for you to bend the nodes of fate, okay? To lean more in towards your destiny and get off that old timeline. So in your past, we have the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Cups. So I do see that you have had to, there's something that you've either been removing from your life or knowing that you can't keep in your life anymore. And, really challenging yourself to grow. This particular Eight of Cups, she's underwater, but the star is bridging the gap between the water, the clouds, and the peak of the mountain, okay, with a rainbow over top of it. And she's reaching for that mountaintop and for the rainbow that's the bridge, okay, of heaven and earth over top of it. And so I do feel like it feels like you're in the process of this and that you've been actively realizing and taking action to remove certain things from your life. Maybe it's people, maybe, I don't know, behaviors, things in your environment, things of that nature in order to align yourself with who actually attains that dream. Now, the Knight of Wands in reverse is a little bit touch and go. Okay. So sometimes the energy's hot and then it goes cold, right? So it's kind of like stop-start energy. So I'm wondering if you've had some of that kind of stop-start energy, but the focus has definitely been on wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups. Like you're really focused on what it is that you want, your dreams, your desires, manifesting that, leaning more towards that. Now, in your current energies, we have the Two of Swords in reverse, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and then the King of Pentacles. So air signs, I am seeing movement for you in the first 2 weeks of December. You are going to be making a choice here. So a decision is being made that where not knowing which direction to go, you finally are like, okay, I have some clarity now. So clarity is going to be coming in. And there's more that you're having to let go of that you've been holding on to. So while you've already been letting things go, air signs, there's still more. And I think that's why this Pluto is here, because you've been doing good work in letting certain things go, but there's something even bigger, something that has been even more challenging, perhaps in a way. I'm also picking up the ego has perhaps convinced you that it's not that important, or I don't know, like managed to distract you from its significance is probably the best way of saying it. But I see you opening this, like letting go and opening a new portal by letting something go that you've been holding on to tightly. You haven't been ready to let go yet. And part of it is because it's part of your old foundation. Okay. It's what used to make you feel secure and safe. And it doesn't anymore. And you're recognizing that. So with the King of Pentacles here, this could represent someone in your life who is an earth sign or has these qualities of stability, dependability, might be someone with financial success. So this could be someone who is very grounded and very supportive. Like they're the kind of person who, when they say they're going to show up, they do. They're very dependable, and I'm seeing this person here showing up in your world here. So they might be helping you in some way, or they're part of this journey of coagulation. And I say that because of what I'm seeing in your future, but this also could just be you, okay? This could be you, air signs, where you're becoming more mature with your money, your sense of security, the way you perhaps it could even be family related. Some of you, this might be health. But I get the sense that you're really starting to embody something much more safe and secure and stable, especially, and even more valuable. Like you're almost like really leaning into your own value more because of what I'm seeing in your future. Now, the Four of Wands in your near future, this represents for some of you just a really happy occasion with family, with loved ones. There could be some kind of, I don't know, wedding or celebration that you're going to. For some of you, this might be meaning like you're like a soulmate kind of partner, someone that you're wanting to build strong foundations with, or a stronger foundation with. The Four of Wands ultimately is about also contracts. So this could be about signing a contract. This could be about finally agreeing on a contract, something that is definitely good for both parties. And with the Six of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles coming in, you're definitely moving on to new territory. Okay, you're a little guarded because you're not sure exactly where you're going. But again, it's kind of like, again, stepping into that unknown pathway, stepping to where it's very foreign. It's new. You're not supposed to know what's ahead of you. But there is a new opportunity here for financial security, for perhaps the way you make money, for perhaps the way you're even valuing yourself. Okay, there's some kind of new opportunity that's coming in here for you as a result of all of this. So let's go into the clarifiers and find out more. What do we need to know about the Star card for my air signs as the overall energy? Okay, we have the King of Cups. So again, this could be about someone that's very important to you, someone you care for deeply. Does not have to be romantic, but it most certainly can. And we have the Strength card and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this is about really kind of having courage, right? There's a sense of needing courage to perhaps, the Ace of Wands here in reverse really speaks to the ignition, right? The spark, the birth of something. It's the spirit, it's the flame. Perhaps initiating something that has already been discussed or talked about, understood. It could be about reestablishing a more spiritual connection with someone, or for some of you, this doesn't involve another person, your own highest intuition, okay? As part of your destiny, as part of your goals, your biggest dreams, and being an authority in that place. So there's something coming back to life, it feels like. So what is this Eight of Cups in reverse? Because remember, the whole theme of this reading is coagulation. So again, it's about things sticking, things merging, coming together. Okay, so we have the Tower in reverse. So something sudden, something shocking, something that took you by surprise happened here that caused you to finally like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I got to let some of this shit go. I can't deal with these people or this environment, or again, it might even just be like my own habits, like this, like whatever it might be, something that took you by surprise or that came on suddenly. Kind of initiated this or was a catalyst. What else do we need to know about the Eight of Cups here in reverse? Okay, and then we have the Queen of Wands. So again, this is about really having the confidence to go after what it is that you really want, right? The Queen of Wands knows what she wants. She knows how to get it. She knows how to charm the people around her. She knows how to charm the universe, how to bend reality. So the Queen of Wands knows how to do that through her own spirit, okay? Through her own soul. So there's something here, your soul got a boost of confidence to really go after something that you've wanted. What's the Knight of Wands in reverse? Okay, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, so yeah, especially because we have the Five of Swords underneath here, under your main card. There's been like this kind of stop-start energy. And it's because with the Four of Cups in reverse, like you're finally feeling good about something. It feels like you got some motivation, or like if there was a heavier energy, it lifted, even if momentarily, for you to be like, okay, I'm not happy where I'm at. I'm going to do something about it. And with the Queen of Swords here in reverse, it does feel like it may have involved you having to either, for some of you, this may have having to communicate things that were very harsh, a little cutting, not withholding any kind of truth, like really not holding back on what needed to be said. For others of you, it was really about like there was this, again, this is around a stop-start energy, okay? Like, so it would happen, and then I don't know, you might question it, but then go forward and then stop. But also, like, this is you, air signs, and really this could have been about like, I need a whole new plan. I need a whole new strategy. My old strategy just wasn't working. Okay, so that could also be part of it. So it's like you cut out some kind of old plan or strategy or roadmap and created a whole new one. What is this Nine of Cups? Oh, there's your King of Pentacles again. So this is what you want. Okay, so there is someone here. Okay, this is either someone who represents financial stability, wealth, loyalty, dependability, or this is something what else do we need to know? So this is where a lot of your focus has been around desires. Like this is really awakening something deeper for you. Huh. Okay, we have the Four of Wands in reverse here. And so this might be because there's a delay, or this is coming up here in your near future. So I don't know if it's because maybe you're wanting to get married. For some of you, maybe this is about strengthening the family or building more within the family. For some of you, this is just about a partnership that feels right. And for others of you, this is about a contract that felt delayed, that you've been going after, but maybe you haven't achieved. There's been setbacks. Some kind of job security for some of you. And like this is what you're kind of like going after. So what is this Two of Stars in reverse? Oh, sorry, Two of Swords. Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we have the Hierophant in reverse and the Two of Pentacles. So you've been indeed weighing something back and forth. Okay, you've been going back and forth about something that you know you've needed to choose. You're going to get the clarity, air signs. You are going to get the clarity in the first half of December. And with the High Priestess here, the High Priestess, the Hierophant here in reverse, you may realize that you're going to be either taking a very non-traditional route about doing this, an unconventional pathway, or for some of you, this is about leaving behind something you were very committed to and realizing it just doesn't work for you anymore. Let's see what this Four of Pentacles is about. Four of Pentacles in reverse in the heart of your spread. There is a letting go. Again, this letting go, okay. Nine of Cups coming in. So you've got the Nine of Cups twice, the Star card. This is a very important matter, air signs. Okay, and the Fool in reverse. You know that in order to fully step forward, to fully step into who you know you're meant to be, onto the pathway that you know is meant for you, that literally has your name written all over it, okay, and holds all of your deepest desires and wishes, there is a need to let go of something you've been holding back on initiating. And this would be related to a very big start, something that really begins to rewrite an entire new story for yourself. I do get the sense that there's been trepidation on your end, air signs, and it does feel like you're finally like the hesitation, the waiting, you're releasing the need, which is very good with this, especially with this full moon in Gemini. Virgo, like I said, it's always needing things to be perfectly aligned, okay? Having to have all your ducks lined up, to have it all the math on the spreadsheets, working out exactly as they're supposed to. It's like you're letting go of the need for perfection in a sense of it gave you a false sense of security. So it may have worked in the past, it doesn't anymore. And you're realizing that just isn't going to be what gets you where you want to go. So what's this King of Pentacles? Because again, I see this as part of your wish fulfillment. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Okay, we've got a lot of multiples coming up in your reading, air signs. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Again, for some of you, this is someone you deeply care about and who cares about you. And I do see a new foundation being started here. The foundation it's bringing in a new sense of commitment, security, something that's going to probably grow slowly but stably. Okay. Now, for those of you who this isn't about someone you care about, for some of you, I see you building a business based off of your own intuitive and healing gifts. Okay. And you're getting a new opportunity coming in that helps you really start to embody this King of Pentacles energy. Giving you like some kind of leg up. And I'm also getting, I'm hearing some of you are finally getting recognition for either for your love or your gifts from someone you respect, someone a little higher up from you, some kind of an authority. What's this Four of Wands in the near future? Okay, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Oh, and the Two of Cups. All right. Definitely, air signs, this is some of you, this is definitely about a relationship, okay? This is about finally coming together with someone that it feels like there's a maturation of security and support. Someone who's loyal, someone you can lean on, someone you can trust to be there for you. And there is definitely deep love and the willingness to want to grow something in your own garden of this relationship. Now, with the Three of Cups here being in reverse, for some of you, for whatever reason, some of your friends aren't that happy for you, okay? You're going to have some friends who are not that happy about this. Either you're taking this relationship to a new level or this is a new relationship. I don't know. And for others of you, this is finally like a celebration your friends have been waiting for. Okay. So it can go kind of either way. I'm getting that it's going to go both ways for some of you. So now, for those of you, this isn't a relationship. This really is about you and your destiny merging as one, you and your dream merging as one. Again, this is definitely a contract being signed that has felt like the celebration has been delayed for a long time. Finally coming together here in the near future, after the first half of December. So 6 of Swords. We have the Judgment card. It is going to feel like you are being reborn in a way. It is feeling like you are also, I'm going to say again, okay, 8 of Pentacles. Definitely for some of you, this is about career and work, okay? You're definitely putting in the effort here. You're making the choice to move forward. Again, this is going to be in a very unknown direction, but you are definitely stepping onto a much more aligned spiritual path for yourself. This is also about making a big decision to put in a lot of effort, a lot of time. You're investing, possibly some of you, money, where you're just going to be really investing a lot of yourself to master, right? There's a mastery here on really kind of, this isn't about like, I'm going to take a step forward towards my destiny and then like think about, do I really want this? Do I not? Like this is a full commitment. Okay. Like there's no wavering here. This is about truly saying, I'm here, I'm dedicated, and I'm all in. Okay. So what is this Ace of Pentacles? Okay. We have the 5 of Cups coming in here. And the 4 of Pentacles in reverse again. Because you let go of this energy of, again, focusing on the past, focusing on what doesn't work, what you don't have. And you finally said, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to start focusing on all the things that I can control. I'm going to focus on all the blessings that I actually do have. I'm going to focus on my skills, my support, and I'm just going to like really not allow yourself to look at the glass as half empty, but half full. This really opens up some kind of opportunity for you when it comes to, again, career, money, or for some of you, this is some kind of security, loyalty, trust foundation, new beginning. Okay. But this is, again, something stable, something that will grow slowly over time, but it will fulfill itself. Let me pull one more card here for you, air signs. We have the Devil. You are definitely getting some big monkey off your back, okay? Like I said, this Pluto card is your biggest challenge. I think you've been either thinking about something over the last couple of months through the autumn, fall, or knowing that in order for you to harvest what you want to harvest, you really have to face something very, very big and scary, or undergo a massive transformation. And I just see like what this energy is basically saying is you're finally saying yes to that. Okay, you're finally saying yes to that. And it's really setting you free because this is what you're letting go of. This is what you're no longer going to be stuck in anymore, is the devil energy. It's the thing that keeps you bound to the past, bound to things that don't work for you, bound to things that make you feel stuck or blocked. Okay, all of those things are like you're finally saying, I'm not even going to deal with my energy in that way anymore. I'm not going to deal with the reality of that. I don't want that timeline. So there's something here where you're finally like breaking free of that. And there is some new opportunity for some of you. This has to do with money, a new way of making money, more money, or building in more security, stronger foundations, things of that nature. Okay, so air signs, that's my reading for you. Really good reading. Great way to kick off everything. So let me know if any of my air signs in the live chat resonated with that one. And if you're just joining, please hit the like button. And for any of you air signs that are really wanting transformation, the 3-day 180 could be just what you need for that. So let's see here. All right, we're gonna move on to fire signs. You guys are next. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, who else is in the chat here? Jenny, how are you? Hi, Lena. Oh, Kathy, you've been having to let go of people and things around you that are not on the same page? Yeah. I feel like that's happening for a lot of people, actually. I've been seeing it for a lot of my friends. People I know. Hi, AV. You're welcome, Jenny. Okay. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's find out what's in store for you for the first half of December as we move into the last 31 days of 2025. I gotta tell you guys, I've been pre-recording a bunch of podcasts with some new guests, and some of the ones that I've already recorded, I'm super excited for you guys to listen to. I've got some fantastic guests coming on that I really know you guys are going to love. So the rest of this year, you should be, and into January and into February already, I'm really getting some really good podcasts lined up for you guys. Okay, so let's see their reading on what could be their potential challenge going into the first half of December. Okay, what is the main theme of their reading and what is the potential challenge? Okay. All right, so let's see here. Your main theme of your reading is sulfur. Okay, this is the main theme of your reading. Something could be stinking in your life right now, fire signs, but it's about evaporation, up and out, both and. So this isn't about, oh, it has to be this or that. This is about understanding how to have both, okay? So on an esoteric level, it's the first of what is known in alchemy as the three prime. So along with salt and mercury, it makes up a threefold phenomenon that symbolizes the unity of the soul, which is sulfur, body salt, and mind mercury. So on a tactile level, sulfur is responsible for both the off-putting smells and the therapeutic properties of a mineral bath. It soothes and it stinks. Literally, this is like cough syrup, right? It tastes shitty and it heals. Well, in theory. So don't be discouraged because this is about embracing the both and mentality. So don't be discouraged if the meaning of this card seems to evaporate before your eyes. For now, keep in mind that what is gross contains beauty and what is beautiful contains its own demise. Sulfur's job is to push the geyser up and out, dissipating the pressure. So don't be surprised if what appears to suck or stink soon becomes a great gift. Okay, so this is kind of the main theme of your reading, fire signs. The challenge for you is winter. So obviously this is about the hibernation, okay? It's the hermit, it's the pause, it's about solace, solitude. So winter comes first in alchemy. It's the beginning, the origin, and it's casting a blanket of stillness into your life. So for some of you, you may be called, like something, it feels really like there might be some major disruption that has occurred in your life or is about to occur that you're dealing with here that at first really kind of sucks, but is going to open up new possibilities for you. This is definitely something that's been a theme of my life for the last couple of months, where it's like really shitty, hard, challenging things having to confront and face. But I know it's because I've been calling in a more powerful version of myself. And in order to meet and become that version, I have to be able to go through some of these challenges to strengthen me, right? To become that. So it might be something along that nature. I do feel for you fire signs that, if you are avoiding going within, if you are avoiding taking space and time to just rest, to meditate, to maybe go to retreat, to do something that is just for you, do not avoid that. That's your challenge, and it's important. It might be the medicine that you need for what is waiting for you in your future. So let's see what is coming up for you in the tarot. What do we need to know about the past for my fire signs? Okay, you have the Six of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. There it is. Okay, coming into the current energies. Yeah. Okay. All right. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Five of Cups upright in the heart of your spread, and then the Knight of Swords. And coming into the near future. See? The High Priestess and the Sun card. What else is coming into the near future? Ooh, the Hierophant. Very powerful future coming in here. Okay. Overall energy, yeah. Five of Wands, Three of Cups. Okay. Underneath it. Look, fire signs, it does feel like either you are already in the midst of going through something that really kind of sucks, okay? Or you're about to. But the silver lining in it is that I do see a solution on the horizon for you. And once the solution comes in, whatever storm you're dealing with starts to dissolve, starts to blow away, and things get lighter. This is necessary. It's a necessary part of your journey. So with the Five of Wands, it does feel like for some of you, this is a lot of like chaos and drama with you and your friends or the people are hanging around with. This also could just be drama around like really, again, not necessarily drama, but there could be chaos. There could be challenges and things of that nature that are constantly like swarming around you that make it hard to have fun. Maybe you're having too much fun. Maybe it's too much partying. I don't know. Too much celebrating that's causing this disruption, but you're having to go within. Fire signs, that much I know for sure. And it will serve you very well to stop, take a moment, pause, take some time out for yourself. And I know that we're in Sagittarius season, which is, of course, all about socializing and things of that nature. Of course, this is, your kind of moment. It's the fire element. But there is something that's requiring you to go within. So 6 of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse, Hermit in reverse. So this is likely, like what I'm seeing is maybe someone who you have a strong connection with from your past, or someone who you feel very like, I don't know, comfortable with, nostalgic around. Like it just always feels like home sometimes with them. It feels like there was maybe some sort of rejection here, whether it was you rejecting or you being rejected. And it may not have really come out as that clear cut, but it feels like something has been withheld, whether it's been vulnerability, whether it's been just honest feelings, or love, or for some of you, may not even have anything to do with that. This could be just about like also not following your intuition, okay? Like really not listening, or feeling like you don't know how to take action from your intuition because you're not feeling like you can access it. But the Hermit here in reverse is saying there's like a refusal to stop. There's like, you're coming up with these excuses of why you can't. There's not enough time. There's too many fires to put out. Like, I don't know. There's something here where, you're avoiding going within to get your answers, to get the solution that you need in this moment. And with the Knight of Wands in your current energies coming in here in reverse, and then the 5 of Cups, this is saying like, this is that non-committal energy. Okay. This is that energy where it's like only there when it serves a purpose, usually a very selfish purpose. Okay. This is kind of like akin to the person in your life who is always there when they need something, but never there when you need something. This is also the story of showing up when things are easy and then not showing up when things are hard. Okay. And that could just be for yourself. And what I'm seeing here is the 5 of Cups is saying like, you're sad. You're feeling like everything is kind of going down the drain, so to speak, right? Like the cups are spilt, and all you see is what's leaving your life, or what you're losing, or what you don't have. And but the important is that you have to feel this. This is going to be a necessary moment for you, fire signs, because it's forcing you to go inward. It's forcing you to seek the answer you need within. And I promise you, you will find it, because the Knight of Swords is also showing up here. So perhaps more towards the middle of December is when you will be able to take action on an idea, okay? Or get the clarity that helps you move forward. In the near future, we have the High Priestess, the Sun, and the Hierophant. The High Priestess is always about your intuition. It's about the mystery, though. It's about the unknown. Okay. And it's not in reverse, it's upright. So there is something that's very mysterious and unknown. But the sun is here saying there is some kind of like higher consciousness or clarity that comes from you leaning into that unknown, of not needing to know the answer right now. I do get you're going to get clarity on a solution, but I don't think it's the full picture just yet. I think it's enough to get you moving. Fire signs. But this High Priestess to me is very much like this Winter card. The colors are almost identical. And it's almost like by you going within, it reaffirms some sort of yes from the universe, through maybe some sort of synchronicity or sign that uplifts you, brings in optimism, and reaffirms like your path, your commitment to your spiritual path, your higher path. And understanding how important that is in your pathway, in your journey of, how do I say this? Of rising above, of evolving, okay, to where it is that you want to be. So let's see where we're going to get this with the, what do we need to know about this Five of Wands? Okay, we have the Fool. So this is definitely, again, about new beginnings. And of course, again, whenever we have a full moon, bending the nodes of fate, okay, this is about leaning into the unknown and being willing to jump onto new pathways to leave old ones behind. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Six of Wands. I'm getting a sense for some of you fire signs that not everyone is on board with what it is that you want to do or the choices that you're making for your pathway. Or in your mind, you don't think they're on board. Okay. I do get, because the Three of Cups is under here, like I do get for some of you, like, there's perhaps like a need to distance yourself from certain people that have maybe been in the past, like good friends and all of that. But there's something within you that's changing, and you're recognizing that not everyone is going to be as supportive to these new changes and what it is that you want. And with the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse, like I'm just getting like you've been delaying your own personal success, but also like there's been this codependency. And it's time to allow yourself to be recognized for what it is that feels like you've been kind of keeping hidden, or perhaps not putting your energy into that you know you should be. What's the Six of Cups? It could also be family for some of you, but okay, we have the Strength card coming up for the Six of Cups. The High Priestess in reverse. With the Six of Cups, it represents like nostalgia, right? Like it, like dreams from your childhood or wants from your childhood things that you've always wanted for yourself. It also can represent like feeling like something from the past. I am getting that there's something about the past that has been revealed to you that you're realizing you need to have the courage to say no to. Like, it's just not, yeah, there might be some good times wrapped up in it, but it's not supporting you in the way that you need, or it's not bringing the kind of fulfillment or meaning that you're looking for now. What is this Knight of Cups in reverse? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there's been some sort of rejection here, or feeling like the reciprocity is certainly not balanced. Someone might be taking more than they're giving. And it's time for that to really come to an end with the Death card coming up here. To let go of this energy. The Hermit in reverse. But I think it's hard. I think you're having a hard time because the Winter is also like the Death card in a way. And that's in your challenge. Okay, so the Hermit in reverse, yeah, the Chariot in reverse. Like I said, you're not moving forward because you're not taking the time to go within. There's something externally that you keep distracting yourself with, that you keep prioritizing over your inner journey, or looking for the answers that you need from within. The Six of Cups in reverse. And it could just be that looking at how what used to feel really good, you know, again, it could be someone, it could be people, it could be a wish, it could be something that you used to love that you just don't love anymore the same way. I don't know, it just doesn't give you that same fulfillment. You're starting to realize that it's not, but there's something else you're also avoiding, is understanding why, or really wanting to face the truth of that. So what's this Knight of Wands in reverse? Yeah, okay. Five of Cups and the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, so again, like I said, this Knight of Wands energy in reverse is about really only showing up when it's easy, not when it's hard, okay? And there's a come to Jesus moment happening in December for you, where you're realizing that the old pathway is just not suited to you anymore. And it's because it's causing you actually more pain than happiness. And it's distracting you through, I think, some drama and chaos. I think it's causing you, like, there's something that keeps like coming up as an issue. There's a problem. It's like, it's a one thing after another. And, you're starting to realize that the only way to solve this is to take a different path that is not exactly clear to you what that is, but it can't be the one you're on or the one you've been on. What's this Five of Cups now? And part of you stays because it's what you know, it's what's comfortable. Okay, the Page of Swords. What else do we need to know about this Five of Cups? Yeah, okay, the Three of Swords. Look, there is something that you are going to realize that you're going to have to say, and you've perhaps been delaying this. You may delay it a little more. The Page of Swords tends to be a delayed messenger, okay, about, you know, really putting some distance between you and something or someone or other people. But also the Page of Swords is this, whatever this pain is that you're going to be feeling in December, it's also sparking a curiosity to learn something, to research something, to understand something more deeply. And as you start to follow that instinct, this Knight of Swords shows up. We have the Queen of Swords here in reverse. So you're definitely cutting something away. You're saying no to something. Like, this isn't good for me. Yeah. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Anything that puts you out of balance, anything that makes you stay sitting on the fence, so to speak. Okay. Where you're not really choosing, but you're not moving forward. Right. So it's like, you're going to be cutting that away. And it's like, you're realizing, I cannot stay on the fence anymore. I cannot sit here in Switzerland. I can't be Switzerland when it even comes to Switzerland, to your past and your destiny. Okay. It's like, it's almost like you've spent enough time here. There's something that's really pushing you to push you up and out. Okay. Like that geyser, the sulfur. So again, it stinks as it's releasing, but it's also very healing and very necessary. So what's this too? What's this, High Priestess? Yeah. Okay, you're going to have, when you go into the unknown, when you sit with the unknown somehow, and this is, again, coming into your near future, we have the Hangman with the Devil in reverse. Okay, so this is really about finding a new, you're going to pause. Okay, again, this is good because this is what your challenge is the pause, is the stillness. And your intuition is speaking very loudly right now of like, hey, I've got to lean into this unknown. I've got to lean into, the cosmic womb, so to speak, the void and the darkness, and really kind of sit with releasing the things that are no longer good for me, the things like my fears, my limiting beliefs. Perhaps it's some of the people that you surround yourself with. Maybe it's certain choices that you've been making that you realize these aren't good for me in my future. Whatever they are, I see you really going within here, which is so key. This is very, very key for what's coming up, because what follows it is the Sun. This is the most hopeful, most optimistic yes card in the deck. What is this that we need to know about the Sun? Yeah, look at that. Ace of Wands, beautiful. This is a new birthing. This is a new opportunity with spirit of your soul. This is a new igniting of your life, your spirit, like this spirit that fuels your soul here in this body. There's excitement here. There's passion that's coming forward. What else do we need to know? Seven of Wands. I like this card actually showing up for you because I have been feeling for you fire signs that you haven't been defending what you should be leaning into. You are going to now. You're going to fight for what it is that you want. And you're going to have to fight for it. There's going to be people around you that are going to say, well, that's silly, or why would you be doing that? There's going to be people around you that are not going to be as supportive. Some of them may come around eventually. Some of them never will come around. It doesn't matter. The point is that you have to stand firm. Know that, the Seven of Wands also means like you have the higher ground. So you have the advantage. So you're going to win. Okay, so long as you fight for what it is that you want, and you're going to realize, you're going to get clarity. And this is something that actually sparks joy inside. It sparks your fucking passion. Okay, so this is like you're realizing, I need to go for this. This is a big all systems go energy. And this is about you like not allowing anything negative to penetrate that. So what's this Hierophant? Okay. Oh, my nose is really itchy today. I don't know why. The Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands in reverse, clarifying your Hierophant. I really feel like you're committing yourself. You're really committing yourself to your higher timeline, your higher path, your spirituality. And there's a surrender. You're surrendering to the dreamer within you. You're surrendering to finally initiating something that has been sitting alone in your heart, waiting to be activated. So again, it's important to understand that with the Nine of Wands here in reverse, this is also possibly something that you've given up on in the past, that you thought you gave up on, or you maybe have just even temporarily gave up on. But I just see so much commitment coming in here, and I see the beginning stages of a dream that's coming true. So this is like, understand that whatever you're going through, fire signs, it's a necessary catalyst of pain to get you to the place that you've been ultimately wanting to get to. So it's going to hurt and be your medicine at the same time. Okay, so that's my my reading for you. Not all things that are good for us feel good. Not all. Some do, but not all. So let me know, fire signs, if that resonated with any of ya. Okay. All right. Earth signs, you guys are next. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, if you're just joining, if you want to hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know you're here in the live chat. I'd love to see who's here. All right, what's in store for my earth signs for these first half of December 2025? All right, let's see here. Oh, and just again reminding, we have that full moon in Gemini live broadcast with Mary Decina on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. So definitely tune in. And of course, if you are feeling called to bend your reality and open up a wormhole to your highest timeline from your now, the 3-day 180 retreat is absolutely where we make that shit happen. So tickets are in the description below. There are a couple tickets left. All right, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's find out what is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge. All of the season cards are coming out in the readings. Wait, what is the potential challenge? Isn't the first step, winter is the first step. You're already beyond that. You've already been doing the underground work. You've been doing the behind the scenes work. This is where things start to come to life. Okay, where we start to see the beginnings of the blades of grass coming up, the leaves on the tree start to bud. This is where life starts to be seen. It's no longer hidden underground or in the realms of the unseen, okay? So things are beginning to manifest. You're at some sort of beginning phase, but you're in the phase where things can actually be seen. Okay, so the challenge for you though is you have antimony, also known as the gray wolf, as your challenge. So let's go here. Wildness, fierceness, hunger. Remember, this is your challenge. It has unpredictable qualities and its ability to eat away at materials in the laboratory. So gold is one of the few materials to withstand contact with it. For these reasons, this card must be read with delicacy. On one hand, it represents the wild and free spirit that longs to express itself in the world. On the other hand, it represents a fierceness that can turn destructive or corrosive at the drop of a hat. The message here is clear. Channel the gray wolf's energy toward creativity. Challenge it to come out from the shadows and express itself. Embark on the creative response to respect, not repression. So there might be something that you've been holding back on or feeling like you can't do or you're not allowed to do or you've been repressing for some reason. And you are no longer in the behind the scenes energy, right? Something's coming to life here. And it's important for you to express that life as well through perhaps some sort of project or some event or something, okay, that really expresses that deep hunger that you have within you, channeling it into a very powerful place of creation. So interesting. Let's find out more of what this is, because I do get sense of earth signs, you've been holding yourself back from something, maybe not saying yes to something that you really want to. And for whatever reason, this is perhaps about to change. So let's see, what do we need to know about the past for my earth signs? Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. The Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Wands. Things be happening for you, earth signs. Okay, but okay, we have the Emperor in reverse in your current energies. The 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Same spot as I believe air signs had it. 6 of Cups in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse in the near future. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And then the Princess or Page of Pentacles coming in. Overall energy, Queen of Wands in reverse, Prince of Swords. Okay. So Queen of Wands in reverse, I think you've been doubting yourself. I think, you know, I don't know, just feels like your confidence in yourself and perhaps even your own decision making, your ability to assimilate information, read between the lines, has been perhaps more difficult for you. But in the past, I see the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So something was very clear here. Like, I don't know, something happened here in the past where, like, you know, the 8 of Wands sometimes is like a breakthrough energy, right? Like it's the clarity bursting through the fog, through the clouds. It's also very fast energy. So something could have happened very quickly for you. You could have received information or had communication with someone here out of the blue. But overall, I'm getting something happened very fast. Okay. And with the Ace of Cups here in reverse, it makes me feel like some sort of suppression around your wanting to open your heart, to connect, to love perhaps in a new way, to connect in a new way, to also like it really this impacted this, like it brought either awareness or clarity to it, or really seeing what was repressed, how much things have been held back, how much love perhaps had been buried beneath the surface, maybe hidden behind walls. And with the Ace of Wands here, I see a very deep spiritual awakening that occurred through this process. This Ace of Cups also could have been a dream that has felt like it's been on hold, that you've been holding back on. But through this Ace of Wands, this is like a rebirth, a spiritual awakening, feeling like a new you started to emerge, a new level for your own soul. Now, coming into the current energies, it's a little tough here, Earth signs, not going to lie, but it's not bad. The Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse usually represents trying to control things, trying maybe a little too rigid with the rules, the law. When I say law, I mean law of your own land, law of your own kingdom. Maybe failure to execute where it needs to be, where you need to execute. Also, the Emperor can be reactive. So there could be some sort of reactive masculine energy coming through, suppressed anger over the next, especially with the Mars square Saturn, Mars square Neptune. For some of you, like this could be where there's a little bit of an explosive thing. For some of you, this might represent a boss. Okay. This may represent someone who just hasn't been leading to the best of their abilities, or in the manner that they should be. But with the Four of Pentacles here in reverse, there is a sense of letting go. So not feeling like you need to hold on tightly. For some of you, this is really about if your rules have been too rigid, if your personal law has been too rigid. You've been, again, and I get that because there's some kind of withholding energy coming through in your reading. Like you've been withholding something because of this and that and all these kinds of rules. And I don't know. It just feels like there's going to be a loosening of that coming in, that you're going to recognize that it might be time to loosen your grip. Maybe just let go entirely, not hold back so much. And then with the Six of Cups here in reverse, there's something about it that you're going to recognize was part of a shadow trait from your childhood, is what this feels like. And it's about always withholding from things that give you pleasure. Withholding from things that light you up, that make you feel alive. Because again, the Spring here card is really speaking to something finally breaking free from being below the surface. It's come to life, but it feels like it's not getting the momentum that it fully deserves or needs to bloom into full summer, okay? Now, in the near future, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Princess of Pentacles. So again, it's recognizing what is out of balance here, okay? Or where, again, you might not be, again, this is a difficulty in receiving. sometimes recognizing where we may shut ourselves off from receiving what we're deserving of, what we want, what we desire. And it may have something to do with your own worthiness. With the Queen of Pentacles coming here in reverse, this might be really challenging your self-worth. For some of you, this is related to a mother wound energy of you can't do this, you have to do that. And it's like it would be related to you can't have fun, you have to be responsible, is what it feels like. So there's something here where you're confronting, and with the Page of Pentacles coming in, it's like it's allowing for you to build and begin a new framework, a new foundation of your own values. Also building something that is going to be long lasting and supportive to you, that will allow whatever transpired up here to finally get the nutrients, the water, the sunlight that it needs to bring it into full bloom of summer. Okay? So let's see where this is all going. Queen of Wands energy. Because something absolutely needs to be expressed. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords here in reverse. The King of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know. It's like, I mean, the Nine of Swords in reverse can sometimes mean this is about like removing fears, dissolving fears, anxiety, or stress, things that keep you up at night. But with the King of Wands here in reverse and then the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's almost like this is about pulling something that you were maybe going to hold back on, wait, delay. You're no longer going to delay on, because you're recognizing, like, look, the Queen of Wands and then the King of Wands. It's like you're delaying your own rise in power. You're delaying your own, and these are the Queen and King of Wands, right? This is the Wands energy. This is about passion. This is about creativity and fire and like feeling alive and enthusiastic, and there's a sense of playfulness here, right? With the Wands energy, it's magnetic, it's charismatic, it's alluring, it's, you know, and there's something about this energy that's been shut off, that's been either shut off or dialed back. And I just see like that is something that you're now going to consider revisiting and possibly releasing the withdrawal, releasing the need to hold back, releasing the withholding. What's this? Eight of Wands. Hey, Moodrock and Mind Matters. Good to see you. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So something here happened that really broke you free, especially like things that were in your own mind. Two of Pentacles. I am actually getting for you, earth signs, that there was a big breakthrough here of clarity, of understanding. Possibly for some of you, this was travel or communication, but that really helped you break free of your own mind's belief that you were stuck or that you could never have something. It's interesting because with this particular Two of Pentacles, I'm getting the sense that I keep hearing what we just heard in the last reading, the both and, okay, like with that sulfur card. But it's like you can have this and that, both and it's almost like really feeling like you needed to choose one or the other when you could have both. What's the Ace of Cups here? Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this really, something here awakened in your heart, or there was something that you were holding back that really started to bring you more into your own self-worthiness, like really started to, you really were tapping into your own importance, okay, your own value in this world. And it came through a big reveal with the High Priestess here. Possibly something intuitive was very revealed here. Something that was hidden was finally revealed. Something that felt like it was always a mystery to you was now not a mystery. It has something to do with your heart, with your connection to your dreams of really like building a bridge to something that you thought you didn't have, just now realizing you do. The Ace of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So the Ace of Wands here again, like I said, it feels like a very deep spiritual awakening of realizing something that you had been struggling to let go of, something that you had been struggling to almost felt like an addiction to, right? But also like bringing in this sense of like how much work you've been doing. Like you could have had like this spiritual awakening of your own mastery, of where you need to perhaps put your energy or where you've always been putting your energy. But again, it's interesting because Earth signs, there is something important coming up here with your own value of like, what's valuable to you? Not what the world thinks valuable, what your parents think is valuable, what your friends think is valuable, what your coworkers think is valuable, but what you deem as valuable to you, that lights you up, that awakens your heart, that gets your soul fired up. And really saying yes to that in the most full-bodied way. What is this Emperor in reverse in the current energies for my Earth signs? Okay, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. The Ten of Swords. Okay. There's like, again, this Emperor in reverse feels like, again, it could be someone outside of you who's imposing restrictions or making things harder for you. Or again, maybe just not leading from the best place possible, not leading you in the right way. But again, it could just be you doing the same thing. And with the Two of Cups here in reverse, it feels like this Two of Cups feels more, not so much with like a person, although for some of you it might be, but I feel more so like this is about a separation from something you love or you enjoy. And it's like, it's causing you pain. Like I don't know, like this hurts. So why have you imposed these restrictions? Like, what is it? What was the gain? Is it maybe you thought there was a gain? Okay. And maybe realizing it's not what you thought. Maybe this isn't what I need to do. Maybe I really need to let my passion loose. Maybe I need to just let my hunger, drive my creativity and open up my spirit in the most wild way possible. Obviously without harming anyone or yourself, but it just feels like it's also part of a cycle. This is part of a cycle that has been ongoing for you of always limiting how much you can enjoy or limiting how much you deserve, or how much you can receive, like putting a cap on it. What's this Four of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So you're finally letting go of keeping yourself out of it's like you've walked yourself out of the party and you're like sitting on the sidelines looking from the outside in, wishing you were in, but like saying like, no, I can't. For whatever reason, like there's an imposed restriction or withholding here. And it feels like you're going to be letting that go. What else? The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is interesting because it's a very young energy. It's very curious, but it also can sometimes want to observe from the shadows. Okay. Like it's kind of like, it's got a little bit of stalking energy sometimes. It's not only, but it does have that energy of, again, it's like you're watching from the outside in, you're watching from the shadows when all you really want is to be in the light where everyone else is, where like the sun shines raining down and good things are happening and you're actually enjoying yourself. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's really what I'm getting from this. So what's the Six of Cups in reverse? Okay, what else do we need to know about this? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Wands. Interesting. So there's some kind of childhood wound here, or something from the past. Again, like I said, it feels like with these energies kind of coming up, I wonder if this is related to both your mother and your father, because we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Earth signs, again, this could just be also your own masculine, feminine energy, but it's kind of like deferring your own personal authority to someone else who shouldn't have it. Okay? And creating an internal feeling of chaos within you because you know you're at odds with what you really want and what you're being told you can do. And you're revisiting this wound, okay, with the Seven of Swords. You're revisiting this to really reconcile the truth and the lies behind this. What's this Six of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. Woo, so the Eight of Wands is coming up again. So clarity, fast clarity is going to be coming in really soon here for you. On the Six of Swords here, where, again, why you don't maybe allow yourself to receive or limit how much you can receive, or what you let yourself be available to, and also like limiting your success. There's something here where I think you've like gained some momentum and some ground, but then like almost stopped it, halted it for whatever reason. It's like you allowed yourself to receive so much up here, and then you're realizing like once you stopped it, and it's based off of, again, it feels like some mother wound of having to always be responsible over having fun. And this isn't, again, this is applying to those of you whose default is to always be responsible versus fun, not the other way around, okay? Yeah, we have the Knight of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse. I think you're realizing that the non-traditional, unconventional pathway is what lights you up. Whatever that pathway is and however way it's been serving you, I see you realizing this is the path that I need to go on. And I see you getting some spark, some energy, some life force back in where you're like, all right, it's time to let my wild side fly. It's a time to let my hunger have a bite at life and not hold back, not restrain or impose restrictions where I think they should be, because maybe it's about afraid doing the wrong thing, or, you know, again, like needing to be responsible. But again, it's about deferring your authority to people who shouldn't have it. Okay. And recognizing that this is about you building your own authority and choosing what's best for you. So what's this Princess of Pentacles? We have the Page of Cups in reverse and the Magician. All right. So basically you're like, no, I love the magic. I love the land of the magic. I love making shit happen and using all of my tools. And it's like something that you've maybe like said no to that you've really wanted, something that you've maybe delayed on, pushed aside. I think you're going to say yes to it, and you're going to start rebuilding this new foundation of your own inner sovereignty, your own foundation of security and strength, and really building your own roots that you're growing your future on, so to speak. So Earth signs, that's my reading for you. So I love it. It's, again, there's some challenges here that are really coming to head, but I do see that, again, it's like, it's kind of like you got a wake up and then a shake up and then a re-wake up coming in, or something like that. So, all right, let me know for my Earth signs if any of you in the live chat felt that one. I need some water. All right. Water signs, you guys are next. Last and certainly not least. Moodrock, you're welcome. All right, so let's see what's in sign for my Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces for the first half of December. Of course, if you're just joining, please hit the like button. We finally got our first snowfall here in Denver. It's been a long time since we've had snow. So it's kind of nice. We had a actual proper fall season here. Very warm. All right. I think you guys on the more towards the East Coast are getting like a bigger snowstorm. I don't know, Midwest. Let me know if any of you are there right now and you're getting snow. I hope we have a white Christmas. All right. All right. Water signs. Let's find out. What is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge? Oh my gosh, you have a foot of snow, Jenny? Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh. I wish that the chat had the ability to put photos in it, like upload photos in the live chat. I would love to see it. Okay. Main theme for my water signs. What is... Okay, and what is the potential challenge? Oh, water signs. Against nature is the main theme of your reading. So this is, again, going against the flow, maybe trying to control things versus going with the flow. Really kind of also, one of the things is like just keeping yourself inside a box that you have already grown beyond is one of the things I'm getting when I look at that card. Let me see here. Willfulness to force or control. You know when you're going against nature, you recognize it in the feelings of impatience and agitation that arise when trying to force certain outcomes. Nature has its way of enveloping us in a wild narrative that we can collaborate in, but not dictate. So no matter your efforts to manage every aspect of your life, the mess will still ensue. This card heeds a warning not to fight the flow of Mother Nature or of destiny. Once you loosen the grip of what you think life should look like, a whole new realm of possibilities awakens. Now is the time to be radically open to what nature has in store for you. And your challenge... Oh. So your challenge is sublimation. Ooh, water signs. I love this. So instead of trying to control things, sublimation. This is a powerful card. This is elevation, rising, flight. It's the great alchemical operation of air. It occurs when there is enough heat to change a solid substance into a gas, causing it to rise up, up, and away. Therefore, when sublimation is present, there's an aspect of celebrated elevation, of ascending above and gaining a greater perspective. So birds in flight, mountain peaks, ladders, and balloons are all sublimation images. As with all the operations, sublimation has a shadow potential. Through ascension, there is a risk of separating from others, of sensing oneself higher or above. This risk is particularly great in spiritual traditions that offer a linear model of achievement. The divine alchemist rises humbly and supports the uplifting of others, always in touch with the cycle of humanity. Okay, so for you water signs, I'm also getting with this card that especially this idea of linear movement or development within your own reality, understanding like, and again, trying to control things from maybe a linear perspective and understanding that there's the possibility for quantum leaps here if you go with the flow versus trying to do things the way you think they should be done. And again, this would be because it's what you're used to or what helps you feel comfortable. But again, the sublimation to me is a very spiritual card, and it requires you to, through the ability to rise, right? You are also going into places that are new to you. They are unfamiliar. And so you're going to feel uncomfortable here. So it's important to lean into that. And also understanding that your ascension, your leveling up, as you're elevating, that it's not going to maybe necessarily appear in a linear fashion that you're used to, that it could happen all at once. It could come through a quantum leap. So let's see what is coming through here. Let's look at the past. Okay, we have the Prince of Swords. The Nine of Cups. And the Two of Swords. Okay, coming into the current energies for my water signs. Oh, everyone's getting this card and it's coming into the current energies. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, and coming into the near future, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. All right, overall energy: King of Swords, Princess of Cups. Okay, this is about you executing from the highest level possible a map to perhaps a dream of yours that is still in the very new stages, okay? This would be about your next level, a new dream that you're really kind of, it's not new to you in the sense like you've just discovered it. Maybe for some of you, but also it's more of like new to like you're finally like really focused on it, okay? Like you're really working to make this come into fruition. And you're doing it, you know, the King of Swords is very strategic. The King of Swords is also obviously very linear, very logical. So, but perhaps you're changing strategy. Perhaps this is about a new strategy. Again, remember, this can't be done in the way that you've always done things before. In order to have something you've never had, you're going to have to do things you've never done. Remember that, water signs. But I do see for you, this is about having the ultimate clarity, okay, on how to execute this dream into fruition. So in the past, we have the Prince of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So I see that you've been like researching, studying, learning on something related to deep wishes of yours, something that you very deeply want. You've been perhaps applying yourself in new ways, but even still, you're still feeling like you're at a standstill, right? Like you're not really sure which way to go. With this Two of Swords here, it's like you can't see which way to go or which mechanism to use or what method. Like there's something along there that you're doing. I would say, again, water signs, always default to going with the flow, even if you don't understand it. It may be in your nature to want to resist it because you don't understand it, because it is not showing you the clarity that the old way would. But I am getting like, it's, again, remember, sublimation is about rising above. And like, you are going to new heights now. And so you have to allow yourself to start exploring things from different vantage points, not from being down here, but from being up here. It's that saying, you can't fly you can't fly like an eagle if you're surrounded by turkeys or something like that. In your current energies, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Knight of Swords. Interesting, because I actually feel really good about this energy for you, water signs. The Four of Pentacles, again, you're releasing something. You're letting go of something you've been holding on to too tightly. Maybe it's control. That is certainly a pentacle energy. Okay. It's stubbornness. It's like, no, it's always worked this way. It's always worked this way. And you're like, oh, maybe it's not going to work this way. And you're like, let me try a different way that I've never known to, work or, do that. So the other thing is, you have this Ace of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. It's in reverse, but it feels like this is a new beginning, a new way, again, perhaps of the way money's coming to you, the way you're going to be making money, perhaps the way you're building security or financial stability in your life. Or if it's not financial, it could just be security in general, feeling safe. And it feels like it's been delayed, but I do get the sense there's some movement here. Because this Knight of Swords in reverse is feeling very spontaneous to me. It feels like there's some kind of spontaneous movement or action on your part. And it's going to come in a way that you're not used to. Okay, this is not coming from like the old tried and true. Now, in the near future, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups upright, and then the Seven of Wands. There's something related to your big happy ever after, okay? Like your ultimate dream come true. The Ten of Cups has to do with, your family life, your ultimate dreams, it's like the white picket fence, the family, the job, the dream job, all of it, whatever it really means to you. There's something about that has felt like it feels farther away than perhaps what it actually is. And I think you're going to realize that, because with the Three of Cups here, I'm getting that there's a cause for some reason to be cheerful, celebrate, have a party, announce something maybe to your friends and family, rejoice in. And with the Seven of Wands here, again, this is about like, okay, you're going to really dig your heels in the best kind of way, not in the old way of like, oh, it's always worked this way. I know I can make it work if I just maybe try a little harder. Not like that energy. More of recognizing that energy is not working for you. And this is about realizing, when I try to control things, that doesn't work out. So it's almost like you're defending your future, your dreams against the part of you that always tries to control things. So you're actually determined from a very powerful place, not of the need to control, but from the place of like letting go. So let's clarify. I'm sorry, I need more water. Okay. So let's clarify this King of Swords. Well, we have the Star card coming in. So this is big, water signs. Like this is like, we're talking big dreams, big desires, destiny for some of you. Remember, we have this full moon in Gemini, bending the nodes of fate. the Six of Cups in reverse. And the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. So really this is about aligning yourself with the energies and understanding that, you know, the Six of Cups energy in reverse. It's interesting because it's bringing me to the place of comfort. Oh, but it just feels good. It's almost like I don't know, like that home, like that meal from your childhood that was so bad for you, but like it reminds you of like home, or it just feels good in the moment, you know? But ultimately it's not that good for you. And I mean, every now and then it's okay to have, but I'm talking about like more from like your default energy of letting that just always be your default energy, to always go to what feels comfortable, to what is easy, to what comes naturally to you, not naturally as a gift, but naturally as in a program. Okay. Because it's sitting underneath this King of Swords. And so I see you though realizing that you're letting that go and you're executing a plan that is very much about your destiny. Okay. And how you're going to get there. It's just how you're going to get there is going to be a very different way than what you're used to. I do see you committing time and energy into this. It's just not in the manner that you're used to, from a place of control. Okay, there is a sense of letting go here. So what's the Prince of Swords? Okay, the Five of Pentacles. So maybe this energy of, the Queen of Wands in reverse. So you've been possibly like really being curious about trying to learn, study, just soak up as much information as possible. Maybe you're watching tons of TikToks or YouTube videos or podcasts about things that, you know, well, the Five of Pentacles is definitely about feeling like without this lack consciousness, feeling like, you know, you're outside of your own destiny, you're outside of your own dreams, with these cards kind of coming up. And the Queen of Wands too is about really like not feeling that magnetism, also not feeling confident, not feeling like you know what you're doing. I don't know, like there's some kind of blow to your ego. It feels like that's kind of hit you. But it's, in a way, it's kind of good because you're learning something new here. You're being forced to, in a way, because you keep going against nature. And so now this lesson is kind of coming up here to help you get out of the box, right? That you kind of keep yourself in through this control mechanism. What's this Nine of Cups energy? The Ace of Swords. So you've definitely had a breakthrough in ideas or perception to what it means to achieve like your great desires. You had an aha moment here around your Nine of Cups, like your wish fulfillment. With the Nine of Wands here in reverse, again, something that you've had to surrender into that requires you to let go, to not effort so hard, perhaps, again, from a place of control. It's like I see this Nine of Wands energy in reverse as like, all right, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to go with this very air energy of almost like getting ready to go into the ether, right? Like it's Two of Swords, and also understanding the higher you go up to in the air, the more you can catch wind and let the wind take you where you need to go versus trying to run on the ground, right? It's kind of like that airplane walking kind of opposition is what I'm being shown right now. What's this Two of Swords energy? Okay, we have the Hangman in reverse. and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So again, it's like really having to look at what you're willing to receive and not receive. Getting some sort of enlightenment here. So you're kind of at this place where I don't know which way to go, like what do I do here? And I think it forced you to have to look at things from a new perspective. And in doing so, it really enlightened you on perhaps what you're not allowing in, okay, through this need to control your reality, your circumstances, your relationships, whatever it might be. What's this Four of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, the Seven of Pentacles. And the Fool. So yeah, so you let go of this, like, I'm just going to wait and I'm going to hope. There's a difference. It's like, so I created that Unfuckable Yes transmission, right? That if you want access to, the link is in the description below. And in it, it's about connecting to the energy of already done through having absolute unwavering certainty on your reality already being what you need it to be, and how to embody that, and how to activate the hormones in your body so that your body believes that. Okay, how to utilize those hormones, all of that. And what I'm seeing here is like there's kind of like, if you just wait and hope, right? That energy, again, it can turn into hopium. It can, and it's a real problem, especially in the spiritual community. It creates a lot of spiritual bypassing, of not being a co-creator in your own reality, and just hoping that something's going to come in and change it. It's not about that. It's about understanding that you're doing things in a new way, but you're enlisting spirit. You're enlisting God. It's like I said on the last podcast, like God is your CEO of your reality, of your relationships, of your business, like whatever, okay? The universe, whatever you want to call it. That is your CEO. And this is about really no longer waiting and taking initiative into a new level for yourself. You guys are water signs. You are in the beginning stages of absolutely awakening a whole new dream for yourself. But it's going to really require you to operate and execute from a higher level. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Empress in reverse. What else? The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, that's some big energy there. So what I gather here, water signs, is that you are rising into a very expanded place for yourself. And what you're wanting is requiring you to, again, like I said, do things differently. Not from a place of default. So with the Empress here in reverse, again, it's like this Ace of Pentacles. It's like this new beginning that's been delayed when it comes to how you're going to make your money. But it's going to be this place where, like, this is you're working from a very expanded place that you haven't even accessed parts of yourself yet that you're even aware of. And the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse is like, you almost don't, allow yourself to see yourself from that place of success. And feeling whatever that is that's happening to you right now, allow it to take you on this journey, to take you down the river, okay, which feels like it's a rapid river right now and you're dodging rocks left, right, and center. But also trusting that as you are here in this raft, going down this rapids, that you are learning new skills, that you are learning how to navigate faster and more treacherous water, not because you're always meant to be in danger, but because you're, again, going to higher levels that require more of you. And in order to be at a level that requires more of you, your dream requires more of you, you have to find the more within yourself. And when you finally start to embody that more, this Ace of Pentacles flips upright, okay? It's no longer delayed. So again, there's something around this that you're realizing in this first half of December, which causes some kind of, this feels like some spontaneous energy. Okay, so we have the Emperor here. And the Seven of Wands in reverse. Can I get one more card on this Emperor, please? The Devil in reverse. It's interesting because right before I pulled that card, I saw the Emperor as like the CEO, as like the creator, the universe, God. Okay. And it's like, there's something where you take either some spontaneous action happens or comes to you, you're offered something spontaneous where you now realize how much you've been holding yourself back through the efforts of control. Because remember, the devil is control. And you're really surrendering to allowing spirit energy to guide you and show you the new versions of yourself, the new levels, the mastery of how you're going to execute a plan that is even perhaps beyond what you even have ever done before. Again, like I said at the beginning of this reading, water signs, in order to have something that you've never had before, you're going to have to do something you've never done before. And that's something I'm being reminded to say again right now. What's this 10 of Cups in reverse? Okay, there you go. The Chariot. There's momentum now being put behind your 10 of Cups that has been delayed. Feels like there's some kind of distance between your now and it. The Two of Wands, and it's coming with a choice. A timeline jump is coming through here with the Two of Wands, right? This Two of Wands often can represent a timeline opportunity where you're going to be able to finally like move forward. It's going to bring in momentum, and you're at a fork in the roads, because you realize like there's so much of this that you want that is so new, that you're ready to like really, like, and when I say ready to leave behind, not just in an idea or a concept, but I mean viscerally. Viscerally, you're ready to let go of. Like you're not going to allow your nervous system, your body to dictate and stay in the past. What's this Three of Cups? Okay, we have the World card in reverse. So this again, you are celebrating a major achievement, one that you have been waiting for. You knew it was coming, or, you know, like, or maybe again, this might be known from like how you've been like connecting to your future, or this is one that has been delayed. Like it was meant for you, but it hasn't come in yet. It's coming in, and there's going to be some sort of celebration. Again, for some of you, this might even be delayed travel, like the ability to go somewhere, travel somewhere. It is no longer separated from you with the Three of Swords in reverse. This is just screaming. I am getting like the removal of separation, the removal of thinking that it is not with your in your field with you. So what is this Seven of Wands? We have the Moon in reverse and the Two of Swords. It's interesting because, again, like I said, you're defending your position now of working from a higher place, a place that, again, requires more of you, that's different. It's not your default energy, okay? But it's revealing how to operate even when you can't see what's in front of you, okay? Even when you can't see what you're wanting, your dreams, your 10 of Cups, even though it may not be there just yet, okay? How to, it's like it's revealing, or you may be even very revealing in your clarity, in your confidence of creating this, of bringing it forward from beyond the veil. Dissolving the veil between the future and the now, the unseen. Let me just pull one more card. The Three of Pentacles. So yeah, you're in the beginning stages of this. You're slowly laying down this groundwork, this foundation. And so I see things are in a very good beginning stage for you, water signs. You're in the beginning stages of something that's going to really blossom and bloom. It feels like over the next 6 months, you're going to really start to see some major changes. But right now, you are going to see some initial changes. But this is just the beginning. It's not culminating all right now. So yeah. So water signs, that's my reading for you. Let me know if that one resonated with y'all in the live chat. And let me see, is there anyone in the live chat right now? Let me see here. Oh, you can have it. I know, once you have a lot of it, you're like, okay, I'm done with that. So isn't that always it? We always want what we don't have. Oh, the human conditioning. It's so awful. Oh, man. Hi, Dynamite. Good to see you. So I hope you all, for those of you in the States, hope you had a great Thanksgiving weekend. And we are now officially in the final month tomorrow of 2026. Again, don't forget, podcast with Mary Ducina, Tuesday evening. And again, if you've been thinking about coming to the 3-day 180 retreat, looking for the transformation of your life, then I'd love to have you join us this February 26th, right in the middle of an eclipse corridor, the solar eclipse in Aquarius and the lunar eclipse in Virgo. So that's going to be an interesting one. Specifically because the South Node of Virgo is about letting go of all of the systems, all of the ways that we've tried to make things work, do the work, structure with the solar eclipse in Aquarius. That is truly about like leaning into the bigger vision and the future and breakthroughs and liberating yourself and doing things from a very future forward way for yourself. So it's really about change. All right, guys, I love you. I'm working on a 2026 predictions video for you. So that should be out probably sooner than later.